We have some exciting news. So I've got the old incubator out again this year, and we are trying to hatch some Guinea eggs or Guinea fowl. So these guys have been in here for quite a few weeks now. We were turning them every day, and then a couple of days ago they went into lockdown, which is quite funny because we're all in lockdown. Which basically means that you stop turning them, you raise the humidity, and last night one of these guys started pipping, which means can you hear them cheeping? Which means that they start to kind of make a bit of a hole in the shell, they start chirping, so they are getting ready to come out. The first one started pipping last night and it hasn't made it out yet, so I'm getting slightly nervous now. It's a bit of a nerve-wracking time because they've got to have a lot of energy to get through that shell, especially guinea fowl eggs are very, very hard, and this is the first time I've ever incubated them. So if there's anything wrong with the temperature or the humidity, it could be that they don't make it out. So fingers crossed, I'm really hoping that we get some successful hatches. There are quite a few in here now that have started pipping, so fingers crossed. So someone is having to come out of the incubator early because he thinks that he should destroy it. So he's not quite fluffed up yet, but I'll put him in with his friends. Hello, it's me again, but from the future. So I realised in editing this that I haven't really explained anything. So these eggs, like the bantam eggs that we hatched the year before last, came from my grandpa, who has a few pet guinea fowl. So he had asked if I'd like to try and hatch some, which I said yes, so he'd been collecting them for me to incubate. So in this particular batch in this video, we are incubating 14 eggs. So 4 hatched the first day, and by the next morning we had another 2. So they all hatched quite close together. So unfortunately we did have one which didn't quite make it out and died in the shell, which is something that can happen when incubating eggs. So you don't really want to intervene if you can help it while they're hatching, because sometimes there's still blood vessels and they haven't fully absorbed the yolk, and you just don't want to mess around with it. So you generally want to leave it as long as you can before intervening if you have to. Unfortunately, this one had started pipping and then just died shortly after, so there wasn't that window that we could sort of let them try and hatch by themselves and then help them out if we needed to. I'm not sure what went wrong, to be honest, but I think it's just one of those things that sometimes happens. So we did leave the incubator running for another, it was probably 5 days after the last hatch, to give, if there was any late ones, it gives them a chance to hatch. And when we were sure that no more were going to hatch, no more were pipping, there was no signs of life in any of the eggs. So once we finished the hatch and turned off the incubator, we did actually open up the remaining eggs so we could find out what had happened. So this is something that I've seen in other YouTubers that have hatched, so you can kind of get an idea of if the eggs were fertile or if something went wrong early in the stage of development, so that you can improve for next time, because it could have been an issue with the incubator or the humidity or something like that. So it was quite good for us to do. And from opening them up, we found that actually only one had started to develop and had died probably a week before it was due to hatch, and none of the others looked like they had any signs of life, so they probably weren't fertile. So we actually did quite well out of this hatch. So most of them that were going to hatch did, if that makes any sense. So we are going to be hatching some more. I've actually currently got another 19 eggs in the incubator, because I do have a few people asking for guineas. So my grandpa would like quite a few and his brother would like some. So we are doing another hatch. So this is where we are now. We successfully hatched 6 guinea fowl keats, and we've got some more eggs in the incubator, but we also have a little feathered friend as a surprise. So do look out for my next video, which will be coming up soon. And if you can't wait till then, hop over to our Instagram, where I've put up a little photo for a clue. So I think that's pretty much it. I'll leave you with some cute footage of the little guinea keats. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye! Yes! You clever chick! Yeah, you got it! Woohoo! Tell all your friends. What is it, Benj? Is that friend? Friend? Is your new friend? Who's that? Oh no. They're funny looking, aren't they?